Hello everyone, welcome back. We are in finish check part 2. So the first part, actually the very first part was freezing it outside, but this is part 2 of trying to do it with air duster. So you guys seen part 1 where I heated it up well beyond 280 degrees and I used air duster to get finish checking. There was some white blotches on it from the other air duster that I used, but it did start finish checking it. I got all the white blotches off just from polishing it, but there you can see all the checking started up around here. And that's what I'm looking for, pretty much all of the guitar to look like that. And it still polishes out really nice. I haven't done a final polish on it. This basically just been compounding it and stuff. And get the big blemishes out of it. Back turned out pretty good. And of course it's not done. And we're gonna try to check it. That's why I'm not getting real meticulous with the polish yet. Okay, so here we go again. We're gonna try to get some more. We got all this area here, and this area here is pretty good. I've been trying to get some here and here. If I don't succeed this time, I'm just gonna flip it and we'll do the headstock too and in the back. So let's see what happens this time. I made the white spots come back, so I don't like that. Definitely getting finish checking. Just not like I expected. Especially the guy I watched do this to a gold top on YouTube. It didn't quite take this long. Alright, well, let's see what the damage is here. Absolutely did its job on the headstock, but not all of it, just from about here down in the center. You can see all these checks going across. So we're getting a good start there. Getting a whole bunch around here now, as well as there and here. For some reason this white spot came back after I used this again. And I'd polished that out, so I'm gonna have to probably wet sand that. But I want to finish checking it first. But yeah, so it's definitely starting to get checking on it, which is good. That's what I wanted. It's weird how I've got this little tiny one that just started here and it hasn't spread yet. Well, it's time to do the back. I think it does absolutely nothing on the back because there's nothing to crack from, like the screw hole or something in that order. I could be wrong, but it doesn't look like the back wants to finish check. Well, I heard it. There we go. just cooling the thing down. I don't have the heat on, just fan only. Yeah, so we got some finish cracking going in the back here. And that's what I was expecting to see all over. I don't know if you can see that or not. Black is really hard to see, but it's like grids, long lines with grids in it. I prefer it to go this way, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. All the finish cracking starting around here and down here. The back of it, one of my previous videos, I did find some that was already starting. I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're right here. So they definitely came out a whole lot better. All the finish cracking on the back of this headstock. I can see it, but man, it doesn't translate very well on the camera. But yeah, the back of the headstock is finish cracked nicely, kind of just blends in with the neck. And the front, again, I got a whole bunch of it right here. A couple of them coming down in this way and all around there. Got this little strange one here in the middle of nowhere. And again, I got to get these white spots back out. I don't know why I did that. It's from this stuff. Might have got it too cold or something, but I'll get that out. Really like the finish checking around here. So after a real good polish, this thing should start looking pretty good. I don't think I want to spend any more money or time with doing this. I got it started. Maybe this summer we can set it out in a 90-degree day in the sun all day and see what it does to it as far as fading it and maybe making the finish check some more. Who knows? Maybe I should research that before I do that, because it could maybe do damage to the guitar that I don't want. But yeah, the neck didn't check. I gave it one shot. I figured that's probably one place you really don't want to feel anything, so I didn't try too hard down there. But you can't feel the finish checks anyways, but they're there all over now. That's pretty cool. Some people are probably wondering why I did that. Well, it's because I always wanted a finish checked guitar, and I always wanted a guitar with 3 pickups. So killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. I am gonna have to break out the wax and stuff on this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to get that out. I'm using the Roops DA pads. This one's the coarse, and I got fine and ultra fine. I'll go through different compounds that are appropriate for the pad I'm using. So I'm not trying to get the scratches off, per se. What I'm doing right now is trying to get all the funny marks off from what the air duster made. It left like cloudy residue on it, and right here it left those two white spots pretty bad. And those came off for the most part. I'll get to it again here. Yeah, it looks good. Now, obviously, this isn't the finished product. I still have to do a couple more steps. The fine, ultra fine, and then I gotta hand wax it. But you can kind of get an idea. And it's gonna polish it really good, so. I'm not sure if you guys can see the finish checking like I can. Probably not, but it looks pretty cool. Now this week we're going down to get the third pickup routed into it. So, and I also found a third pickup for it. I ordered it and it's on the way. So we'll be going back together here very soon. What else did I order for it? I can't remember. I ordered something else for it and it's on the way too, is with the third pickup. Now maybe you guys will be able to see the finish checking that I'm talking about. So right here around the cavity cover, it's starting to check out. Again, this whole section here is gridded, and then you got a section there. There's a little bit coming around the edge of that, out of this corner and down. See, again, my goal wasn't to destroy this and make it a piece of shit. Just to age it. Like I said, I didn't want to go around and bang chips in the edge of it and stuff like that and go poking spots like they've missed with the jack. I just want to make it look like it's just aged, but gracefully, not pathetically. By abuse. Don't want to look like it was abused. There was one spot where I seen the finish was a little loose, or like it had a tiny crack in it, so I went ahead and I picked at it until I got down to the wood right there, and then I kind of scraped up in here, and I don't know if you can see it here, but in person you can see the silver paint in between the black and the clear there. So that's the one chip on this whole guitar. And I might even caused the start of that when I was heating it up for here. So, but other than that, when I sold it, it had no chips or anything in it, just a button rash. Now it's got more than button rash. So it needs a good cleaning and polishing yet. I got a couple more steps to go. Headstock did finish check. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not, but it did indeed finish check quite well. The top didn't though, I'm a little disappointed in that. And then the back of the headstock, it did pretty good too. So overall, I'm happy with it. I'd have much rather had a little bit more of it going on down in here, but for some reason it doesn't want to. So all I can do is count on the ones that started around all the control pot holes and the tailpiece hole to start to spread, because right here there's a couple little tiny ones that are starting. So I'm gonna have to actually let it do some of this in its own time and its own will. So that's it for now for part 2. It looks like it was finally a success. I just had to get the right combination of a heat and freeze technique. The last time I did it, I was kind of just spraying it real quick, and I noticed on the back when I did it, I got it all nice and hot, and then I sprayed slower and I really made it like white frozen, and then when I backed off, then you could hear it cracking and stuff. So that's the trick. Get yourself a good heat gun here. I got this at Harbor Freight. I use it a lot in the upholstery business to heat up vinyls and leathers and stuff and stretch them. So this is a really good heat gun. You can control the temperature, and you can just turn it on fan if it gets too hot for you or whatever. Always turn it on fan and let it cool down before you shut it off though, because you'll break the ceramic elements in there and then it's worthless. So always make sure you cool your gun down. But yeah, get yourself a good heat gun. Also got this at Harbor Freight. It's still at about 80 degrees. So I noticed today where I was staying around 250, 200, and it was doing pretty good. Yesterday, the last video, part 1, I was getting it really close to 300 degrees, and I'm thinking that's probably why I have these spots here, because when I got it that hot and I hit it with the color of white that it turns when you hit it with that air duster, those spots just stayed. And right now you can see there's just a little bit right there and right there. But I will go through the wet sanding process and polish it again. I don't want to go too much because I don't want to take the clear off. Yeah, it feels really good. It looks good. So there it is. We finally achieved the finish check. So there it is on part 2. Stay tuned. We're going down the lays this week. We're going to get that third pickup routed in. That's a shame because now I got some finish checking there. Oh well. When we get it back, we'll start building it, because hopefully our third pickup will be here. Yeah, that's it. The 3-way switch. I've got several offers right now pending for the 6-way switches. I could get a 6-way switch naked and wire it myself, and that looks like a nightmare. But if I wanted to stay with vintage wiring like this, that's the way I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to get a naked 6-way switch. Or I could get the pre-wired one that's got the vinyl wires on it though, but it's pre-wired 6 ways, so I could just drop it down in there and be done with it. But I don't know, so I'm on the fence about that, because the 3-way switch for a triple pickup guitar with the double leads on it, pre-wired in vintage wiring, is like $80 or $800, something like that, with the tax and shipping. And I'm like, well, you can get the 6-way switch for less than that. So that's what I'm really fighting. Do I want just a 3-way switch, or do I want to have a 6-way switch so you can do, just the bridge, or just the neck and middle, or middle and bridge, or just bridge, or all 3 of them, or a combo of a couple, you can do a whole bunch of different things with the 6-way. So I might just break down and get the one with the vinyl wiring on it, so I don't have to dick with it up here in this area, because there isn't much room in here and a nice factory solder job on that would be probably much appreciated by me and whoever buys this from me, if they do, because this will probably stay in my collection. I've been collecting ebony ones now with my dad. I went through a gold top phase and I had a ton of those. You guys seen I just got rid of another one. One left for the 76 in a trade there, and I sold off a couple other ones. So we still do have the tribute left, which I may start doing something to here next. I was also thinking about putting a Bigsby on this. So you guys may turn on the TV one day and see that this has got a Bigsby instead of a tailpiece. I'm kind of on the fence about that, because when I get a guitar with a Bigsby, I want it screwed to the guitar like a Bigsby. I don't want the stupid metal bracket and all the hoopty stuff stuck on it. So I'm not sure about that either. Another thing I'm on the fence about. But so stay tuned. We have finished checking, and now we are going to get that third pickup in and start building it. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day.